What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at syncing up the XPro trigger with the V1 speedlight, both from Godox. First thing we need to do, turn on the speedlight. Now what we need to do is use this Z or backward Z button with like arrows on it and scroll through to the orange screen, which will also say RX on it for receive. The second thing is we need to make sure the channels are the same. Now before we go and change the channels on the trigger, let's use one of the functions in the V1 speedlight, and we can actually scan for channels that are available to us. So if we press menu and scroll down to here and go to scan, press that middle button, go to scroll to start and then press that, and what that's going to do is look through all the different channels, see if they've got interference, which ones are going to be the best ones to use. So it's going to give us a list of numbers that we can set the channel to. So you can see here we've got a few of them, so let's just choose 19. So to do that, we'll go, there's actually a couple of different ways you can do this. So you can either scroll to this one and change that one. Also here you can just press channel and that can also change it. So what we need to do now is set up the trigger on channel 19 so they're both on the same channels. And to do that, you can see the trigger is on channel 1. What we do, long press the zoom channel button until that is highlighted. Then we can rotate that through to whichever channel you have your speedlight on. So 19, press set. Now we can test that and see if that flashes. And we can see we got a flash and that's connected. And that's usually going to work. There is another setting in there that you also need to have a look at, and that is ID. This is similar to channels, but they have to be on the same channel, but they also have to have the same ID if the ID is turned on. So let's have a look at that. So if we just go press menu, we can scroll down to ID, and you can see it's off now. If we change that to, I think it's 99 different IDs, let's just say 4. So if we try and use the trigger with the flash, it's not going to work at the moment because they're different IDs. So press that and you can see it doesn't flash. But we can change that. We can go into menu and we can scroll down to ID and set it the same as what you have your flash on. So now it's set to 4. You can see that works. Now I'll just get out of that menu there. And we'll get out of the menus. One other thing you need to look out for is groups. And what groups do is you can set up a variety of different speedlights or flashes and have them in the group and do one thing. And you can also have another group and they'll do another thing. So you can have different settings for different lights. So you can see this, the speedlight is currently in group A. So you can actually go to this setting here and it shows you what all the settings of the different groups are. So if we were to press A, and you can change that. So if you want to change which group your speedlight is in, you can just press this one and cycle through to different groups. So say we want to have the speedlight in group B, press it till it's B. Now on this one, on the trigger, you can see that B is not doing anything right now. So if we were to test the flash, it doesn't do anything. Group B is off. So we can go to that screen and we can change the mode. So mode is currently off. We can change it to ETTL or M for manual or off. And so if we put on manual, so group B is currently set to 1/128th of power, and you can see on the speed light it's also the same. So if we test that, it flashes. And that's pretty much all you need to know to set up your V1 speedlight and pair it with your XPro trigger. If you found this video helpful, consider pressing the like button. You don't need to smash it, just press it gently, it'll still work. And I will see you in the next video.